Good morning. Welcome in. National Signing Day is brought to you by Superior Foundation for all your foundation repairs. Ooh. You gotta go with the right company. Superior Foundation. Todd Sandridge, Trey Pace, Superior.ms. Good morning. Welcome in. Jason is all excited. He has already predicted 7:15 this morning, December 20th, 2023. Ole Miss is going undefeated in 2024.
Never lost. Let's go. Why not? Why not us? That's the question.
Right.
Why not us? I feel like, got Georgia at home. Easy.
That's probably a cakewalk.
It probably is. I mean, now that the talent's all matched up.
Right.
I mean, I figure Lane's not even, he'll probably play through that game. Probably
Kind of like a bye week?
Yeah, second string in the second quarter or so. Get people some playing time. Maybe burn a red shirt or two.
Oh, man. It's almost depressing looking at Georgia's class. 3 5-stars, 24 stars, and 4 3-stars.
Hey, if it feels better, you can look at who's leaving.
But there you go. That's Alabama has jumped to number 3. They did a little jump, and Bama has 3 5-stars, 14 4-stars, and 6 3-stars. Jason, team in between them is Ohio State. Ryan Day and Ohio State. They may not be in the college football playoff, although they were last year against, as y'all know, we talked about earlier, Georgia. Ohio State was kind of the game of the year. But Ohio State is there at number 2. So let me give you the 247 Sports rundown, top 10. Ready? Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Alabama 3, Florida State 4, Texas 5, Miami, again, Mario Cristobal, Miami 6, Oklahoma, Brent Venables 7, Oregon 8, Notre Dame. We took a couple of shots at Notre Dame earlier.
We did.
Notre Dame at number 9 and Florida at 10. So, again, I don't know how good Mario Cristobal and Brent Venables will be as coaches, but the dudes are assassins and they're big game hunters. Brent Venables, head coach at Oklahoma. He knows he's got to turn that roster quickly. They're coming in the SEC. They're actually coming in a legit conference. And Miami with Mario Cristobal, they're recruiting right now at an elite level. Can they do it on the field in a much easier conference in the ACC? We will see. Will Miami join the Big Ten at some point one day? I don't know.
Ooh.
It's a good question.
I mean, you saw Florida State's already re-examining their deal with the ACC. So, will that work?
That grant of rights contract that they all signed that goes through 2036 must be ironclad, right? Because they have paid attorneys to look at it and look at it. Anyway, all right, what have you got?
So we just have a couple new. We'll start with Ole Miss. A couple new recruits. So 2 brothers. Travaris Banks, and then Contravius. Contravic Banks. They have both signed. They're both safeties from Homer High School. And then Anthony Maddox, quarterback, Oak Grove, signed with Ole Miss. And then Mississippi State signed Jimothy Lewis, offensive lineman from Texas. And so that's the latest that we have right now.
Okay, well, Jimothy Lewis was at Madison Ridgeland Academy, and then he went to IMG.
Okay, no, this is Cyrus Reyes.
Okay.
Sorry, Cyrus Reyes. Johnny Daniels from Colin, running back, signed with Mississippi State.
Okay.
Ashawn Shepard, defensive lineman.
Okay.
Just signed as well. And then we have Terrence Hitler. Terrence Hiddler. Terrence Hiddler, All-American D tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jimothy Lewis is at the top, offensive tackle.
According to some on our text line, so we'll get into that. at some point, but that's an update on the signees. And it's an exciting day for all these young people around the country. Can you imagine signing an SEC scholarship out of high school?
What?
I don't care what sport, tennis, soccer, softball, hoops, baseball, football, and how difficult it is to play in our league across the board, golf, tennis, track and field. I mean, the depth, the athletes, the Sun Belt, the SEC, the commitment. We win national championships across the board, or we're in it. Can you imagine that feeling of signing a scholarship in the SEC after high school?
That's got to be unreal, especially with the money that comes with, just playing at an SEC school
Right.
nowadays. I mean,
yeah, the resources that you have, both academically, athletically, strength and conditioning, mentoring, life development, all that is off the chart. You got to take advantage of it. You can't, you know what I mean? You got to take advantage of it. You have to leverage it to get something else, right? I mean, there's a carrot down the road, network, the degree, who you're rubbing elbows with. My goodness. I mean, this in 1982, Ole Miss and Mississippi State were broke. Go ahead.
Mario Craver officially signed.
Okay.
With Mississippi State.
Wide receiver from Alabama?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 touchdowns this past season. Over 1,000 yards receiving.
All right. So we're rolling along for the Rebs and the Dogs. Now that was hardcore sports, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And the SEC Insider Hit this morning is brought to you by Southern Ag Credit, financing life outside the city limits with land loans for you. Southern Ag Credit in Ridgeland. Now, I gave my top 5 college football programs about 20 minutes ago on the show, and it's since 2010. Bama 1, that's obvious. Clemson 2, that's not as obvious. That can be debated. Clemson 2, 4 national championship appearances, 1-2. Georgia just a whisker behind at 3, unless it's Jason's whisker. He's got this full beard thing going. Georgia 3, LSU 4, with arguably the greatest team ever with Burrow and Brady and Jamar and Jefferson and so on. And Ohio State 5, with a combination of Urban Meyer and Ryan Day. So the coaches currently, Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, Kirby Smart, Brian Kelly, who wasn't there in 2019, and Ryan Day.
It's a pretty stacked group.
Pretty stacked group.
Yeah.
Speaking of, where's Clint? Let me look here. Oh, Hugh Freeze recruiting, isn't he? Number 11 in the country? Auburn? Are they going to make a move? They're going to try to get into that number 8, 9, 10 range? Hugh baby in year 1. Number 11 in the country. LSU 12, Tennessee 13. Let me refresh this thing. I mean, this stuff's hopping like crazy. Ole Miss at 21. Jason mentioned A&M making a run. They've jumped up several spots. They're at 18 now with some more work to do. Ole Miss at 21 and Mississippi State at 35. They were outside the top 50 just a few days ago.
That's insane.
So Mississippi State trying to make up and get some work done. I think they're going to finish in the top 30. Ole Miss at 21. So that's kind of where they always hover. That's South Carolina at 20. It seems like every year I look and it's South Carolina and Ole Miss right there. They're always, and Ole Miss has been far more success. Obviously, they have Lane Kiffin. The other has Shane Beamer. That's not even fair. And of course, they'll play this coming year in 2024, and that won't be fair. But South Carolina's at 20, and Ole Miss is at 21. So there you go.
LSU, no 5 stars. It's kind of surprising.
It is surprising. 18 4-stars.
Yeah. That might supplement something.
18 4s, but as Jason said, no 5s for now. Auburn has 2. And Texas has 4 5 stars. Bama has 3, and Georgia has 3, and Ohio State has 5 5-stars.
Woof. That's
Where's
Oregon's in the top 10 without any 5 stars. 18 4-stars.
Okay. Kind of like LSU.
There's the kicker, yeah.
Yeah. Dan Lanning's. Look, those 3 guys, that's 3 former defensive coordinators that are maniacs, that are recruiting like crazy people.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan Lanning at Oregon was under Kirby Smart. Brent Venables at Oklahoma was under Dabo Swinney, right? I mean, Bartu's got him ranked as number 2 defensive coordinator in the 2000s behind who? Kirby Smart. And then number 3 would be Mario Cristobal at Miami. Those 3 guys were all under Saban or Smart. Dan Lanning at Oregon, or Dabo. Dan Lanning at Oregon, Brent Venables at Oklahoma, Mario Cristobal at Miami are going crazy. Look at Michigan. They're 16th. And look, they've got a good class. 17 4-stars. But Jim Harbaugh wins because of, yes, talent, but coaching matters. Bartu stands on the table. 70% talent, 30% coaching. You got to have both.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have both. We watched enough guys go through blue blood programs that recruited gangbusters and did what? Couldn't win. Big, right? So, but that's kind of where we are right now. Is there anything else that's jumping out at me? Really?
Somebody said Kelly can't even recruit at LSU. Look at DBU now. He sucks. Used car salesman.
Wow.
Tim on the text line. Thank you, Tim.
I'm not sure I'd go that far. They're number 12. I mean, it's not like they're 29th. LSU has 18 4-stars committed, but they're not doing what they did. So maybe they're a top 5 recruiter. So something's got to give there. He's got to boot. I don't think Georgia, Ohio State, or Alabama are leaving. So you got to boot Florida State or Texas or somebody like that out of the top 5. Okay, good morning. Welcome in. Did I do the bourbon deal?
No.
Okay. We're giving away a set of 4 bourbon glasses as a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday gift to our one listener. And if I go back there during the break and I find another set, we'll add another winner. I think I will. Or maybe we should send Jack back there to look for bourbon glasses, because I mean that closet looks like a tsunami hit it. I don't know. But here's how you enter to possibly win a set of 4 amazing bourbon glasses brought to you by Wilderness Trail Bourbon and Russell's Reserve Bourbon and Wild Turkey and so on. You enter via the text line or any platform that you can reach out and hang out with us. And you tell us either your top 5 college football programs since 2010 or your top 5 NFL franchises since 2010. And then also show us that you're subscribed to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. That's our podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. ResDog says, will Mahomes transfer to Ole Miss after he loses in the playoffs? Jason, do you think Lane Train has a bead on Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, well, there's enough space in the QB room now that Spencer Sanders is ineligible for the bowl game. So I think, we could add another mediocre name in there.
Okay.
We could throw him in. He'd probably sit behind Austin Simmons, but, we can make him better. He can work in the system. Terrence Hibbler, who is the Mississippi 5A Defensive Player of the Year, 4-star defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Signed with Mississippi State.
Okay.
So
there are people on our text line and one high school coach who I super admire that's not tied to either school who says he is not rated as high as he should be.
Really?
Yes. I don't know why.
With nowadays, you never know if people are under-scouted, over-scouted.
What? No question. But come on, 4 bourbon glasses, and go to Apple Podcast or Spotify and search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. Now, we've got another topic here that I think is crazy. Some best friends broke the world record visiting 99 bars in 24 hours. And can you imagine going to 90? Oh, we're going to go to a call. I'll shelve that for just a second. But real quick, this is our next topic. Some guys broke the world record visiting 99 bars in 24 hours and walked 27 miles?
27 miles.
Okay, 99 bars, 27 miles in 24 hours.
That's a bar crawl.
That's brought to you by Stella Artois. But hang on. We're going to bring in a caller. Who do we have?
We have Gator Matt. And
Okay.
Gator Matt would like to talk about recruiting.
Okay, how do you feel about Billy Napier and your Gators?
Bo, does it really matter? I mean, remember when National Signing Day, it was almost like Christmas. You get up, you get all excited, you get the tingling in your plums. Remember, Bo, it doesn't mean a damn thing now. Bo, is Ole Miss, are they in the hunt for the national title next year? Your team, my team, is it possible? I mean, Bo, they just straight up just pulled an L.A. Dodgers. I mean, they backed up the truck, Bo. Do they legitimately have a chance, not just to make the 12-team playoff, but can they win it all next year? Look, recruiting doesn't mean anything because, I mean, look, we got Keenan Daniels, we got DJ Lagway, National Player of the Year, but look, he'll come sit for a year and then he'll go to Georgia for $3 million. See ya.
All right, thanks, Gator Matt, on the Stella Artois caller line, 601-707-3750. It's not like it was when it was in February and there was no transfer portal. No, but it's still a big deal. I mean, tell Georgia it's not a big deal.
Yeah, for real.
3 5-stars, 24 stars, 4 3-stars. Tell Bama it's not a big deal. 3 5-stars, 14 4-stars, 5 3-stars. So, I get it. Do I think that Ole Miss is going to win a national championship? No, but Jason does. So Jason and I will be debating. Do I think that they're going to make the college football playoff in 2024? If I had to bet $100 today, yes. That schedule and what Lane's done, yes. Will it be easy? Probably not as easy as we're making it out to be. I mean, Ole Miss could have slipped up this year a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then because 9-3, you're not. 10-2, you're in. We think. We're going to have to see how this all shakes out. But to get through 3 more games, no. But to get to the college football playoff, yes. Jason, you driving over to the Atlanta, to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl?
I will not be. I'll be out of town. I won't be doing a 99-bar crawl, but I will be having a couple beverages in Scottsdale, Arizona. So looking forward to that. I don't know if I could do 27 miles and getting beverages at bars.
What? These guys are maniacs.
They-
Tell me about it. They were in Australia?
They're in Sydney, Australia. So they did it for a couple reasons. One, they wanted to break the world record, which they shattered, which was in the 70s. They got to 99. 2, they were helping raise money for a charity, and they were also bringing awareness to Sydney, Australia's nightlife is declining, apparently.
It is?
But if you have 99 bars in a 27-mile radius,
Damn.
I think it's doing okay. But, big cities, Austin has that. Dallas has that.
New York
has that.
Yeah.
But 99
LA's
bars.
not as walkable. Okay.
Right. And I learned that.
As New York and some of these other, Chicago that you're referencing, that
Right.
are all stacked on top of each other. It's LA's so spread out. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, but 99 bars, 24 hours.
Incredible.
And they made the decision. They said because of public intox rules, you can't get a drink at every single one because there's no way you make it to all of them. So what they did was they tried to do every other one, and then around the 50s, they did every third.
Wow.
So I
wonder if they were beer or mixed drinks or a combo.
Probably combo. I mean, what's the easiest way to do that? A shot? But imagine not like.
Yeah, and you have to eat.
Yeah. Imagine 30, if you do
I mean,
every third.
You have to pound food.
And so they planned it out. They, on average.
Do you know how old these dudes were?
Yeah, they were about 28, 29.
Okay.
And they
Still
on
young
average,
bucks.
Yeah, they could spend about 14 minutes per bar is what they planned out so that they could say that they actually went and got something there.
Okay. PT4MSU says even at every third bar, that's 30 plus beers.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, imagine if you tried to do shots or beers in 24 hours. Is somebody riding along with them with a porta potty ready to go? Or, that's got to be insane.
Whoa.
And plus, bar food.
Bar food.
You got to have some bar food.
Yeah. You got to, I mean, I don't even know what they eat down there, but whatever it is.
Hopefully onion rings.
Yeah. I mean, are they fish and chips too, like London?
I think they are. Well,
I just don't know. I know they freaked out over COVID. That may be the decline.
That's what they're talking about.
They went excessive. Yeah.
Yeah. Since COVID, the nightlife has been, going down the drain.
Poor leadership, poor decisions. So then you tank your economy and your tourism. Great job.
But yeah, you said fish and chips. I think they are because the Australian accent apparently evolved from a drunk English accent.
Right.
And so I wonder what...
And they were under English rule for however long?
Yeah, for a while. So
Okay.
I wonder what a drunk Australian accent sounds like. If Australian is a drunk English accent.
Wow.
They're probably slurring some words after 90 bars.
99 bars, 27 miles, 24 hours. They're 28 years old.
We could hit 50. Don't you think?
I think I'd have a shot at a good number because I'd just sip.
Right.
But, I mean, you don't have to fit. You go there, you order something, you take a sip, you officially had a drink at that bar. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be a quitter, so I'd probably have to set the number lower because I reach expectations, Bo.
Here we go. Josh went to Sydney, Australia in 2018. He is on the Ag Up Equipment text line. He says fish and chips is definitely a thing there, but so are burgers, chicken, calamari, and much more. Okay, great. So they eat what we eat. I figured they did. I don't know if their food's as good as ours, but wow. Ooh, we're coming in here. Australia was originally an English penal colony, I believe. Okay. And Mr. DX, I feel like you're not showing your support for Lane by missing the bowl game.
Oh.
He's saying that to you.
Yeah, don't do that to me,
Yeah,
Mr. DX.
I don't know how big a fan Jason is of Ole Miss. He did not make a game this year in a year in which they went 10-2. We are the Out of Bounds Show. The show is brought to you by Spring Street Cigars, which I will be at one of them today. Spring Street Cigars in Meridian, Spring Street Cigars in Starkville, Tupelo, Oxford, Kosciuszko, DeSoto County, Jackson, Tennessee. Every single one has a smoking lounge. Spring Street Cigars. And they're all really, really cool. Obviously, the one in Starkville is amazing. 2 stories, beams, exposed brick, 2 different bars. Spring Street Cigars. Starkville, Oxford, Tupelo, Meridian, Kosciuszko, and more. Good morning. Welcome in on National Signing Day. Brought to you by RPT and Rick's Pro Truck in Gluckstadt.